One of the most important things we can do as educators to foster critical thinking is to create a safe environment within which to think and to allow students to practice that key skill in dialogue first and then on the page. What I see a lot at the high school level in particular is assignments that ask questions, but there's a little bit of a lack of follow through in terms of creating a space for students to actually explore those questions. When we ask a student a question, we want to create space for them to then try to answer that and think it through out loud with us in a safe space. And in a classroom setting, especially, it's very important to create an understanding that this is a safe space to explore ideas, to share theories, and to kind of venture down possibly dead ends. That's part of the thinking process. That is critical thinking, exploring different ideas and sometimes being wrong about them. The second thing we can do is engage in an interplay, in a dialogue. So if we ask the student a question and they start thinking, or they offer something, instead of just saying, yes, that's right, or no, that's wrong, or instead of agreeing or disagreeing, what we can do is we can invite them to explain why they think that. They might not know. They might not understand why they think what they think. They just kind of come out with something. So it's like, oh, interesting. Why do you tell me more? Why do you think that? And that gets them to reflect on themselves, on where that idea originated from in their own mind, and then they can start to communicate that. Sometimes for students it's easier to do that in a dialogue than it is in an essay format. So when kids are first learning how to think critically, it's going to be really helpful to have a bunch of dialogue and then to translate it onto the page. When students are trying to write a critical essay, they get kind of caught up trying to sound professional. And it gets them out of this critical thinking mode where they're actually thinking. We want to remind them to just start out sharing what they actually believe, what they actually think, and why. Think about what you actually mean. Why do you think that? What are you trying to communicate? Say it simply. Refocus on the ideas behind the thoughts, not how it sounds. If you communicate to a student, hey, I want to know what you think, they're going to be a lot more likely to share it.